Hello, Pet World, and welcome to BlogPaws 2016 here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. We are having a great time learning so much from so many wonderful experts. And one of those experts that has a line out the door is our next guest, Penny Sansevieri. Penny, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Well, I gotta say, these days there are a lot of writers who are writing blogs who are now going, you know what? I've written so much, I think I want to write a book. They've refound the joy of writing in a unique digital world, but want to put out a book. Everybody's coming to you. What are, some of the things you're going to be sharing at your meeting here?
Well, first off, I think that turning a blog into a book is a great idea. And you could actually quite literally take your blog and convert some of your best posts into a book, right? So a lot of bloggers don't really realize that. They think, well, the content's already out there. But think about the people that you've reached and how many more people that you can reach by putting a book out there. And it's so easy now to get published. It's easier now probably than it ever was to get your book out there.
Well, and there's a big trend out there, and we certainly take advantage of it, self-publishing.
Yes.
You and I have been in the business a long time, and the business has changed. We'll just say that.
Yes.
And so you have a lot of people who are self-publishing.
Right.
What are a couple of pieces of advice that you have where you say, if you're going to go that route, here's the one or two things you really have to understand?
Well, first off, remember that your book is your resume. So you would never send a resume out to a potential employer that was full of typos or on funky pink paper or something like that, right? So you want to make sure that your book looks professional, that's professionally edited. Take a look and see what other books are out there similar to yours. Buy them, look through them, read through them, see what kind of topics, really start to do your research, because it is easy to get published, and the good news is that anybody can get published, and the bad news is anybody can get published.
Right.
So you don't want to just sort of throw something out there, because then it won't sell, and then people wonder why. Well, my book's not selling. Well, maybe you have a bad cover, or maybe your book isn't edited and the reviews aren't that great. So those things all matter, and it's important, and it doesn't take a lot of time, but you just have to make sure that it's a business, so you want to put a good foot out there.
Right. Well, and I always say too, getting a publishing deal yourself elsewise, that's not the big issue. It's, I've got this book now, as you just pointed out, how do I make it sell? How do I get it out to the folks? What's a tip or two that you share that you say, again, if you want to be successful, start here?
Well, if you want to be successful, first off, make sure that you're writing a book that your market needs. So sometimes authors come to us and maybe they have a really successful blog, but it doesn't necessarily, it needs to be tweaked before it can be actually converted into a book. So make sure that the topic has a book appeal. Go to your local bookstore, right, and talk to some of the booksellers there, because they are the first line of defense when it comes to the consumers and books, and ask them, say, you know what, I want to write a book on such and such. What do you think about that topic? And they'll give you suggestions. So make sure that you actually have a market, and if the market is, too flooded, don't let that discourage you, because we work with authors who are in the dieting and dating market and business markets, which are all very saturated. Very saturated. So don't let that deter you. Just make sure that you've written a book that there is actually an audience for.
I love that. I love that. Now, you work with a lot of authors. You help them market. You help them, the whole package.
Right.
What trends are you seeing, and where do you think it's going, so that maybe instead of, following the trend, we might get a little sneak peek of where is it going in your mind?
That's a great question. So ebooks have really taken over the marketplace, and self-publishing, when you self-publish an ebook, you can do things like playing around with the pricing. If you have a lot of books, you can make one of them free. What I am seeing though is I'm seeing that a couple of trends. First off, short is the new long. So shorter books tend to do really well. So if you have a topic, for example, that's lengthy, or maybe that can be broken up into a series, publish that series on Amazon, or publish that series wherever you're going to publish it. And then what you can do is you have all of these shorter ebooks that are maybe, between 50 and 100 pages. You can then take them and you can bundle them, because one of the things that's making a big difference in sales that I've seen is authors who have a lot of books out there, but the books don't have to be that long. So it's not this discouraging of, oh, I have to write 5 books and they're all 300 pages. That's really no longer the case.
Right, right. No, I love it. You know, you're so full of great advice.
Thank you.
I have to say, I want to make sure everybody out there knows you, knows what you're doing, and can get your information, because, folks, she truly is one of those experts you're blessed to learn from. And that's what happens here at BlogPaws each year. Penny, let's give out your information so that they can stay in touch with you and learn from you.
Absolutely. Well, I'm on BookGal at Twitter. Our website is amarketingexpert.com, and feel free to email me at penny@amarketingexpert.com.
Well, thank you so much for everything you're doing. It truly makes a difference.
I love my job. I'm very, very lucky to do what I love.
Well, we appreciate it. Thanks for joining us at BlogPaws 2016.
Yay! Thank you.